Hello, beautiful brides. I'm Chelsea Morin, a wedding planner from Double Blessing Events, and today I want to share with you how I had my wedding under $15,000 and some great strategies and tips so you can do the same. Because I know weddings are so expensive, you don't want to spend that kind of money. Maybe you were hoping for financial help from your parents, but they might have their own stuff going on, and you don't want to go into debt. So I totally get it. And the average cost for a wedding in Texas is $25,000. And in America, it's $35,000. And I don't know about you, but I don't have that chunk of change lying in my back pocket. So today I'm going to give you and show you how and teach you some ways that you can get that price lower. So the first thing is your venue. You want a venue that you love for a great price. So I actually had my venue, my venue was in the North Texas area, and it was beautiful. Just my dream venue. I loved it. So we spent most of our budget on that venue because it included the venue and the catering. So one thing you can do to get that price down lower for your venue is to have your wedding during the week. If you have your wedding during the week, and on a weekday, it is $2,000 to $3,000 less than if you were to have it on the weekend. The next lowest price is if you were to have your wedding on a Friday or Sunday, and then Saturday, of course, is the most expensive and the most common. Now, one thing you want to think about, though, if you do choose to have your wedding during the week, a lot of family and friends won't be able to come because, well, it's during the week, when they work, when they have stuff going on, when kids are in school. So just be mindful of that. But having it on the weekday is a great way to get your costs down. We had our wedding on a Sunday, which was so much cheaper than a Saturday. The other thing that you can do, ask for discounts. You have a 50% chance, 1 out of 2 chances to get a discount. If you just ask, you already have a 50% chance that they'll say yes. You have nothing to lose. Ask for a discount and just be willing to bargain with them and negotiate with them and see what you get. So the second thing that I want to talk about is your guest list. Now, unfortunately, the more heads you have, the more it's going to cost. And I hate to put it so bluntly because these are people that you love, but it's the truth. Every guest you have, or each additional guest you have, is more money. It's more money for your catering account, it's more money for your alcohol, and it's more money for your venue count. So just keep those in mind and make sure to only invite people that are really special to you. Invite people that are actually going to make it meaningful and special for you, and that will benefit your wedding, and that will benefit from your wedding, and that will really enjoy celebrating with you and being here with you. So we actually had, I think, 115. We invited, I think, 160, something like that. And about 115, 120 came. So that really helped to get the cost down. The third thing I want to talk about is alcohol. Woo! Alcohol is a budget killer. If you are like super crunched for money and you're having alcohol, you might want to consider taking it out, especially if it's kind of lower on the priorities list. Alcohol is so expensive. Now, there's some alternatives that you can do. One, you can offer a cash bar where you say to your guests, okay, we have alcohol available, but it's on you. So it's not that ideal, but if you really want alcohol and you don't have the money for it, a cash bar is a good solution. The second thing you can do is just have a champagne toast. Not have the full bar, not have an open bar or anything like that, but just have a nice little simple champagne toast for your guests. That can really help as well. Now let's talk vendors. Okay, the most important thing for you to know and be able to save money on is knowing which vendors are important to you. I'm going to tell you this straight up. You do not need every single vendor. Do not get every single vendor just because you think you have to, or because it's a thing to do at weddings, or because you feel obligated, okay? Don't go with a videographer. Don't go with a wedding planner. Don't go with a baker just because you think you have to. get them because that's what you want and you know the why behind it, okay? And that's going to help you feel so much more confident about where your money goes. It's going to help you make your decisions. It's going to help you know your why, all of that, okay? So it'll make things so much easier. So really sit down and think about each and every vendor, like go line by line, item by item, and ask yourself, okay, number one, do I want this? Or really, number one, do I need this? Number two, do I want this? Number three, why do I want this? Number four, will they fit in my budget, or how can I make them fit in my budget? So I like to think of getting your vendors, and really for your whole wedding, I like to think of it as a puzzle, and how you have this set of money and you have to figure out how to put all the pieces together so that it fits. And that's exactly what you're doing, okay? So with your budget, it's like a puzzle. Make the pieces work. Figure out what's most important to you. And don't be afraid to ask for discounts. That is the best thing that I did, and I was able to save so much money for my wedding. So don't be afraid to ask for discounts. Also, one other thing, when you are looking at vendors, listen to your gut. If you communicate with them, maybe through email, if you talk with them on the phone, when you meet up with them in person, if you have like that bad gut feeling in your stomach, please listen to it, okay? There have been so many horror stories of vendors and venues and all of that that just have given the brides a terrible experience, and I would hate for that to happen to you. So listen to your gut. I'm so bad at that, so I'm preaching to the choir here, but please listen to your gut so you just have the best decision. Another thing, dress. I got my dress at a resale shop, and you're probably like, whoa, heck no, I am not getting my dress used. And I totally understand, girl. To each his own, right? Her own. And so I love resale shops though. And I love them because one, it's so much cheaper. So much cheaper. I got my dress out the door for $350. It was less than a year old. It was beautiful. Definitely, totally the one. I had gone to David's Bridal the day before, thought I fell in love with a dress, then went to this resale shop, Anonymously Yours, in Dallas, and loved it so much. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to go to resale shops. Don't be afraid to look or to check out rental stores, because, hey, if keeping your wedding dress isn't that important to you, then don't keep it, okay? Just rent it, and that would save you so much money. Online is also another really good option. Just make sure you have enough time from the order date to the wedding date in case there's something that goes wrong, you don't like the dress, or you need really big alterations, okay? You need to send it back for any reason. So make sure you give yourself a lot of that time so then no problems come up, all right? Let's talk about decor. I got almost all of my decor from my family and my friends. Actually, I'll tell you a story real quick. I was in my mom's bathroom because she has this big vanity and this big mirror, and she was putting on her makeup, and I was just keeping her company, and I was just looking around her bathroom, and then I see this gorgeous plant that she's had for years, and it's these white, like ivory, like type lilies with some greenery on the bottom, a beautiful vase. I said, hey Mom, can I use that for my wedding? And she said, sure, because it was perfect. My colors were ivory and green and blue and tons of greenery. And so what I ended up doing is I just scoured the whole house after that and found so many things that I could use. Gold candles, really pretty like figurines and picture frames and all of that. So just get resourceful. Ask around. People would love to let you borrow those things for your wedding. And you save so much, okay? And then also Hobby Lobby is one of my favorites. They always have a 50% off sale for their wedding items and their florals every other week. So if you don't go on the every other week, go the other week, okay? Do not pay in full price for all of that. So those are just some ways that I got my wedding price down to $15,000. So I know that it is possible for you, and I hope that these tips were really, really helpful, and I will see you for the next video. Oh, and if you would like to stay in touch with the next videos, click the subscribe button down below, and make sure to hit that bell so then you know all of the latest happenings at Double Blessing events. All right, Have a wonderful day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.